Welcome to the Kraken's Lair. I'm your host Lance, joining you today in our studio. The video being brought to you today is going to be the first of many obscure commander deck builds. These episodes will focus on many possible combo plays and auto includes that you will want to put into the deck. Also, we will discuss some other ways to build this deck along with its breakdown, so let us begin. The hand-picked commander for today's video is the all-powerful Tromokratis. He will be a devastating force on a battlefield against any opponent. Once he hits the table, this 8/8 for 5, blue-blue, will have your opponent scrambling to stop him. He has hexproof unless he's attacking or blocking, and has unblockable unless he's blocked by all creatures target player controls. So how do we build around this guy? We need to focus on the following issues that could arise: high mana casting cost, some targeted removal, and being able to connect with another player's life for that sweet commander damage. Fetching lands in this deck will be key to playing our larger blue spells, so what we need to run is Merry Landscape, Expedition Map, and Wayfarer's Bauble. We all know that mono blue has trouble ramping, so we are instead going to focus on a few spells that will allow us to pull our lands, produce the correct color mana we need, and help reduce costs of our spells. Starting off with spells to pull lands, we will definitely be running Burnished Heart, Surveyor's Scope, and Solemn Simulacrum. These will assist in putting more lands onto the battlefield. As for producing the correct type of mana, our mana rocks and dorks are going to come in handy. We recommend using cards like Felwar Stone, Commander Sphere, Arcane Signet, and Sky Diamond as your blue producing mana rocks. Soul Ring, Thought Vessel, Mind Stone, and Hedron Archive are also other good mana rocks for general purpose use. The recommended mana dorks to include can be any of the following: Ornithopter Paradise, Silver Myrrh, Palladium Myrrh, and maybe Apprentice Wizard. Lastly, to help with cost reduction, we can run Sapphire Medallion, Kefnet's Monument, and Cloud Key. It's all up to you to decide. Allowing your friends or opponents to have key permanents on the board will not end well for you when you have to go wipe them out. This is where the removal will come in. In this deck, cards like Whelming Wave, Inundate, Engulf the Shore, Cyclonic Rift, and Flood of Tears are going to help you keep your opponents at bay. As for counter spells, it is a very good idea to load your deck with enough to allow you to successfully cast your key and game-ending spells. This part is going to focus on a couple of strategies and combos to finish up the game and reign victorious. First up, we have a mid-game 2-card combo that when pulled off properly will put you miles ahead of everyone else. The combo being described as such is none other than Flood of Tears and Omniscience. If you'll make sure to have at least 4 permanents on the battlefield and you play Flood of Tears while having Omniscience in hand, you will be able to clear out your enemy's board states completely and throw in everything you have for free. I also recommend having Tromokratis on the battlefield before Flood of Tears. This way, you will not pay any mana for the annoying commander tax. Next, make sure to run plenty of equipments in your deck for Tromokratis to use and get stronger. I recommend Basilisk Collar, Sword of the Animist for grabbing more mana, Sword of Vengeance, Lightning Greaves, and Black Blade Reforged. Now it is also important to remember that Tromokratis can become unblockable in the right scenario. Here are a few cards that are great for assisting with this. They are Prowler's Helm, Whisper Silk Cloak, Rogue's Passage, Winged Boots, Sleep, and Glacial Grasp. Some other cards I would recommend would be Archetype of Imagination, Brass Squire, The Reality Chip, and Propaganda. Finally, running for tail cards such as Saw It Coming and Spectral Deluge will be great in surprising your opponents with the unexpected. Aside from counterspells, Mono Blue is very proficient in doing another specific task. That would be drawing lots of cards. Make sure to fill this deck with cheap card draw and potential scrying abilities. Some good examples are Preordain, Ponder, Brainstorm, Rhystic Study, Mystic Remora, Pull from Tomorrow, and Mindspring. Now Tromokratus can't rule the seas alone. He is going to need help from an army of monsters. Some will help him connect with life totals, some will help create more creatures for his army, while others will help with removing enemies from the battlefield. To help tap down your opponents, I would recommend having Elder Deep Fiend, Dungeon Geist, and Lorthos the Tidemaker. Nezahal, Primal Tide, will pull your cards, while Jingatax's Progress Tyrant will help counter your opponent's spells. Nadir Kraken and Spawning Kraken are going to help you get in those extra heavy hitters and shot blockers to keep your own life total afloat. To assist with removing enemy creatures, let's look towards Scourge of Fleets, Rhineland the Moon Kraken, and the powerful Hullbreaker Horde. Last but not least, although small but mighty, we have Brass Squire to make attaching equipment to Tromokratus free. One important part of running this commander is that you can't just use islands for mana. You're going to want to have a few lands with special abilities. Mikokuro, Center of the Sea, and Cryptic Caves will both net you card draw. Be sure to have Reliquary Tower to keep all the cards drawn in your hand. Zolfrin Void will let you scry, while Urza Saga will help you pull those cheap artifacts. Finally, we have Labyrinth of Scophos and Odawara Soaring City to assist with removal. Thank you for joining us today. Our full deck list we run will be located in the description below. Feel free to check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and also visit our stores on Etsy and TCG Player. Would you play this? Leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell for future video notifications. Peace out.